All right, we are going to get started here in just a sec. This isn't going to be a terribly long live stream. It's late. Not a lot of people are probably going to be up watching. So we're just going to actually probably just dive right into this one. We're looking at the radar right here in the Northeast United States. Right now we're kind of honed in on New York, New Jersey. Also got, we've got Massachusetts, Pennsylvania, Rhode Island, a ton of people in the Northeast right now are experiencing record-breaking flooding. Right now, the heaviest rain is going to be located with these supercell thunderstorms. These have been producing tornadoes for the last like 6 to 8 hours. I'll show you guys a tornado here from earlier. Big tornado. Look at that. That's not a tornado you often see in the Northeast, and that's actually probably pretty strong. So we've had quite a bit of damage from numerous tornadoes. New Jersey got hit pretty hard by a tornado earlier. And then the flooding. The flooding is the more obviously expansive threat. And let's go ahead and pull up some of the numbers here that we've seen in the past little bit. Let's go look at the last hour's worth of flooding. Let's see, where's flooding on this? I haven't used this map in a little while. You'd think I would know how to use my own software. Here, you know what we'll do? We'll go to the National Weather Service map here in a little bit. But rainfall rates in excess of 1 inch in 15 minutes. There was a meso observation. I believe it was from either the airport in Newark, New Jersey, or the New York airport. 1.5 inches of rain in 15 minutes. That is flipping crazy. I know some areas have almost got 10 inches of rain in the past few hours. And one of the things we talk about in the August news report, which will be coming out soon, was the flooding in Tennessee that caused, I think, like 21 deaths as of right now, with people still missing. They got 17 inches of rain in less than 24 hours over a small area. That sort of thing is probably going to be happening here in certain areas, but just much more densely populated areas here. So this is absolutely catastrophic. I think the best way to show is with some videos coming out of New York, New Jersey right now. That's where we're seeing a lot. This one is absolutely crazy. Let's look at this. This is somebody's house. This is from the inside of somebody's house, and this is not an uncommon scene right now. A torrent of water coming through somebody's living room. We also have, we go here. This is going to be something we see a lot of. Just toilets overflowing, water coming in through various draining pipes throughout the city. I mean, this is everywhere. This is not just a small area experiencing this. This is a large, expansive area with very densely populated areas. We're talking Philadelphia had excessive rain earlier, New York, New Jersey. A ton of these other cities in here are experiencing record-breaking flooding. It's being called a 1 in 100 year flood at this point. I have people in New York City right now that went out to cover this, just some of my storm chaser friends, and they're stuck. They can't get out, because all of the roads are flooded with feet and feet of water, and they're saying they've never seen anything like it. New York just had some record-breaking flooding a few weeks ago with Tropical Storm Fred, and this is already exceeding that. And, the fact that they did just have that record-breaking flooding to some extent a few weeks ago means the ground is extremely saturated, and it is not able to take in all this excessive moisture that is now falling. Look at this. This is a video from Plainfield, New Jersey. Oh, I pulled the wrong one. But this is from Queens Boulevard in New York. Kind of a low-res video, but I mean, it's just completely inundated. You can see right here, it looks like maybe a sewer or drain. It's just spewing out water. Here's the video from Plainfield, New Jersey. Look at that. That's somebody's neighborhood. All the cars are stuck. You have stationary waves that are forming because of the, probably the sidewalk or the topography there. Absolutely insane. So scary situation unfolding there, and adjusters are absolutely going to be needed. Adjusters are already needed because this is the remnants of Hurricane Ida. So adjusters are needed in southern Louisiana right now. You probably, if you're on rosters, you probably have gotten a call or at least an email talking about the need for adjusters down in southern Louisiana from the Hurricane Ida that made landfall. But this system has continued off to the northeast and basically is dumping now out all its precipitation in the northeastern United States. So this is going to be a storm that's remembered for sure, because you don't get this expansive of flooding in this area all too often, mixed with the actual landfall of a major hurricane just a few days ago. If you want to see some of the video from that storm, you can go check out over at AdjusterTV on the YouTube page. We have a little bit of video. I did a little report right before we were about to get into the eye wall of the hurricane, and then a little bit later, I sent Matt some of the video of like roofs flying in the air and stuff. So there's a little clip of that on the AdjusterTV YouTube page rather. So I'm gonna go see here if I can find a map showing the rainfall rate so far, because it's truly impressive, and there's still going to be a few more hours of heavy rain. I think the heaviest rain is probably starting to come to an end across like New York and New Jersey, the two most populated areas, but that threat, the most heavy rain, is transgrading to the northeast. So places like Rhode Island, Massachusetts, they're going to be receiving those extremely heavy rainfall rates. And then still back behind that, there's still rain. I mean, you can see here in the lighter greens, that's still rain that's going to be coming down for the next few hours, just not at the rate of 1.5 inches in 15 minutes. That's just insane. So let me see here. Let me see if I can find a map of the rainfall rates as of recently. If you have any questions about what's going on, you can feel free to throw them in the chat. I know there's not a ton of people watching right now because it's 10 o'clock Central Time where I'm at, 11 o'clock where this is happening. Let's see. Here's an estimated value. We've got estimated values of 8 to 10 inches already from New York going in through New Jersey, and that's a pretty wide swath of 8 to 10 inches of rain. This is going to be like Superstorm Sandy type levels in this area. Maybe not quite as expansive of an area, but definitely one of the most populated areas in the Northeast. Obviously, let's see if we can find anything a little bit more. There should be a National Weather Service map that shows this. Here's another one of the tornadoes from New Jersey. From earlier, just huge tornado. I mean, that's not something you see in the Northeast that often. That looks like a potentially strong EF3 type tornado, if not maybe even a little bit higher. But let me see if I can find a map here. Sorry, I had little time to prepare for this. I just got back from working doing claims out here in Oklahoma and was kind of realizing how insane of a situation this was going on in the Northeast, so I kind of had to throw this together really quickly. Wow, my God, there are just so many videos on Twitter here of catastrophic flooding. It looks like they have issued a state of emergency, as well as a flash flood emergency in New York City. I mean, look at that. There's nowhere that's escaping this in the densely populated areas of New Jersey, New York. It is a pretty expansive threat. Wow, that's insane. All right, let's see here. Let's see if I can find a map. Wow, holy crap. I'll cut this live stream here in a minute because there's honestly not much else to say other than there are going to absolutely be adjusters needed for multiple threats from Ida, not only the landfalling point in southern Louisiana, but also an expansive flooding threat throughout a large portion of the Northeast. So get on it right now. If you want to be deployed, you need to be making the phone calls, you need to be sending emails. just doing whatever you can to make sure people know that you're ready to go, because this is definitely going to require adjusters. It already is requiring adjusters in Louisiana. So I'm not finding, I saw a map earlier, but I'm just not finding a very good map. So we might just cut it at that. You guys get it. You guys can clearly see how bad of a situation this is. So tomorrow morning, first thing, I would highly recommend going and calling IA firms that you're on the rosters of. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised to see a lot of them posting out mass, email type things saying that they need people. But it's always a good idea to get, first on the sheet here. God, I can't find anything. Look at this. This is Yankee Stadium, currently flooding right now. The outfield completely underwater. That's insane. Clearly, I didn't find I didn't get enough time to find a map, a good map, and I don't remember how to do it on here on GR level 3. There should be a storm rainfall deal, but I guess maybe they don't have that on this one. Anyways, this is this has been an Adjuster TV live update, poorly planned, thrown together at the last possible minute, but I might do another video on this tomorrow once we kind of see the full extent of the damage and how wide of an area is going to need to be covered. We've got a new tornado warning. Let's go up to that. Looks like new tornado warning in oh, come on. See if we can get the radar pulled up on this one. Does not appear to be confirmed. It's radar indicated. There we go. So you can see these outbounds and inbounds, the greens and the reds kind of touching each other, indicative of some type of circulation just offshore here. That's going to be moving into the, I guess it's gonna kind of stay in this little inlet right here, but just south of New Bedford, eventually transgressing up towards, I guess, let's see here. Let me see the motion of this. Actually appears to be going a bit more northeast than north-northeast. So maybe Woods Hole here might be impacted by a potential tornado here within the next 20 to 30 minutes. We've had a lot of tornadoes. Let's actually, before I go, let's check the storm reports right now. That I can pull up pretty easily. So, we've had at least 5 confirmed tornadoes. Let me pull up the interactive map. So it looks like the first one of the day is just south of Washington here. We had law enforcement reports tornado touchdown. No damage reported on that one, at least at the time of that report being made. Let's look at this one. County Emergency Management reported wires and trees down, damage to buildings throughout the area. Tornado on the ground. I believe this was the most damaging one here, or one of the most damaging ones here. And this storm, I think, produced another tornado near Trenton. But you can see here significant damage to multiple homes. Not a good situation. Anyways, you guys get the point. Big time deployment opportunities right now across multiple states in the United States. So now's the time to get on it. I'm going to head on out. I still have some work to do, so some claims to write from today, but I just wanted to give you guys a quick update in case you didn't know that this was going on. Now you do, and it's time to get on making those calls. So everybody